Ooh. Who is tired of dating grown boys? Who tired of dating grown boys? Who is tired? Let's see. Who tired of dating grown boys? Hey, God's Queen, how are you? How you doing today? We talking about dating grown boys, honey. Listen. Oh, it's too many of them, too. Too many grown boys. Who is tired of dating grown boys around this piece? Hey, y'all. Hey. Come on in. It is Coach V Latrell, and I teach singles, spiritually minded singles, how to date with a purpose without compromising your relationship with God. Because guess what? Essentially, the role is, and the goal, is to be his rib and not just a piece of meat. What's up, Ish? How are you? I haven't seen you in so long. We're talking about dating grown boys today, though. Because it's a lot of us out here dating, looking for love in all the wrong places. Ain't y'all tired? I got to a place where I just got tired of dating grown boys. I got tired of giving of myself and not getting anything in return but some heartbreak and lies. Okay? Happy New Year to you too, Ish. Thank you so very much. Hope everything is good for you out on the road. Ish, join me. Where you at? Where are you? Exactly. Listen, God's Queen, I'm telling you, it will make you almost give up on love, right? But see, and I think it all goes back to who we entertain. You know what I mean? Because we have the ability to make the choice. Just because he came toward us didn't mean we had to give in to him, right? And I think the problem is like, if you constantly see yourself consistently in the same types of relationship with a different man, but you still in the same type of relationship, we got to say, hey, wait a minute. I'm the common denominator in all this. That's when we can get to the root, because it's easy for us to talk about how inconsistent he is, talk about how much he cheated, talk about how he don't call enough, talk about how he don't do enough, talk about how he don't give you what you need. But if you don't clear all that residue out from the last relationship and heal your heart inwardly, then you're going to keep going into the same types of relationship with different people, but the same type of relationship. Why? Because you haven't changed. I always tell people, we meet people where we are. Somebody said once, like, you know what, he was so crazy. And I'm like, but girl, you was with him for 2 years. So that means, sis, you got to be crazy too. We don't think about that. I got my long list of, he got to have this, he got to have that, he need to do this, okay, but what you got though? So we meet people where we are. We can't expect that we're going to meet a kingdom mate if we're not kingdom. Does it make sense? Do that make sense to y'all? Like, because I be trying to make it make sense. Right. God's Queen said right, because I don't settle and don't take no mess. They call me mean, but I know my word. Hey, it is what it is. We have to, listen, when you are able to establish standards for yourself, even as a single, that's when you start getting into that next level of dating. You got to have a standard first. And until you have a standard, you're going to keep running into the Justins. You know what I mean? Y'all know who Justin is, don't y'all? Just in case I need a date, just in case I need a man, him. You keep settling, you're going to keep running into Justin. But when you establish standards and you know who you are as an individual, you know who you are because you know who you belong to, then you ain't going to accept no mess. But if you don't know that, You're going to keep settling. Some of us settle because we just like getting our back blown out real good. Uh-oh. I'm trying to keep it real. Some of us settle because we like getting our back blown out. We like how he bringing it. And that's just the truth. Let's be, okay, over here, we got to be real. So if you one of those Christian, spiritual people who just don't talk like this, please swipe. However you swipe, left, right, it don't matter, but this just ain't the channel for you. Because I like to talk to people where y'all at. And where y'all at, I once was. That's the only way I'm able to talk about it. I'm not talking about something I seen other people do, this, that, and the third. No, I'm talking about what I did. It was a time where I didn't value myself. I would be dressed up, cute, makeup, nice fit, whatever. And I was toe up from the flow up. I couldn't understand why I was sad and nobody necessarily did nothing to me. I couldn't understand why I was feeling depressed. Like, what's going on? What's happening with me? Why I don't love me? You know why? Them soul ties was laying dormant. And I had not released them yet. So those soul ties, every time you lay with someone, there's an exchange that happens. We are literally signing unknown covenants when we lay with someone. And then we try to figure out, well, why can't I just leave him alone? Why I can't get him out my mind? This man can do any and everything to me and I'm still here. Soul tie. You can't cut loose. Because you signed that unknown covenant when you laid with him. I'm talking scripture, y'all. If you lay with someone, that becomes your husband. Now, is he acting like a husband? No. You acting like a wife? No. But because we laid together, we together. Spiritually. So this is why it's important. We can't, y'all, I'm going to tell you something. When I learned that about the spiritual exchange, it changed my dating life. It changed my dating life because I said, you know what? I don't know what you're doing when you ain't around me. I don't know what demons you dealing with when you're not around me. See, when you around me for an hour or two, you're going to put on your best behavior. You're going to show me whatever I need to see in that period of time. But when you're not around me, I don't know what you're doing. So I stopped laying with men. You understand what I'm saying? Because there became a desire for more. And don't get it twisted, because a lot of us will say, oh, I don't want no relationship, so I'm good. Sis, stop lying to yourself. You want to be loved. You want somebody that's going to love you and care for you, that's going to have compassion for you, that's going to help you see to your needs, help you with your kids, help you with anything. You understand what I'm saying? So we make ourselves believe these things. Why? Because we have created a culture of convenience when it comes to relationships. We created a culture. It's okay for us to just screw around and not have a relationship. It's okay for me to be with you for 3-5 years and we ain't married yet. It's okay for you to go and come as you please. You open me up like you open a refrigerator. Whatever you want, when you want it, you go there and you open the door. Let's be real. Why do we settle for that? That's not what God promised for us, but we settle for it because we lonely. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I mean, am I making sense? Because I see people do it all the time. I was once people. I was once people until I learned to value myself. And if I value myself, ain't no way you coming through here at 12 o'clock at night to get some. Ain't no way you coming over here and I'm cooking for you. You ain't even taking me out. But you come over here and I'm spending my money to feed you. Why we doing that? Negro, you ain't showed me nothing yet. But I'm yet giving you all of me. You ain't showed me nothing yet. And you got all of me. And then I think you're going to marry me. For what? I done gave you everything. I gave it all to you. When you called, I answered. When you text, I responded. Doesn't matter if you ain't heard from you in 2 or 3 days. We ready to talk back. Hey, babe. Babe. We got to stop giving people titles they don't deserve. If you really desire to be with someone who will love you unconditionally, you got to level up. You got to level up. You cannot expect the man that you desire to be in your presence or approach you if you're not kingdom. It don't work that way, because what he's looking for is not who you are. We meet people where we are. And what I had to learn, thank you, Queen, what I had to learn, I was just sick and tired. I'm tired of dealing with grown boys. I had to literally come to that point in my life where I said, I'm sick and tired of grown boys. I'm sick of getting the short end of the stick. I'm sick of sharing holidays with somebody else. And then we be knowing about the other woman, and we still okay with it. I got tired of it. I said, I'm not dealing with it no more. Why I need you coming through here? I'm paying my own bills. I don't need you. I had to get to that place to where I'm just not going to keep settling for you. Some of us, we picking him up. He ain't even got no car. Some of them don't have no job. We paying him to take us out. We want to go out, and so because we want to go out, he ain't got no money, but I want to go out, so I'm gonna pay for his way too. Oh, we doing that. We doing that. Just so he have some time with you? Come on, man. Exactly. No self-love, no self-respect. And that's our problem, is that we want these things, but we do it all backwards. You teach a man how to treat you, and your response is teaching him how to treat. Listen, we on TikTok. We got our picture, and we walking where all we can see on this end is our behind. We taking pictures like our hip almost broke. But you want a man to respect you. You ain't half got no clothes on, but you want a man to respect you. You putting out on the first or second night, but you want him to respect you. Make it make sense. So we have to really get to a place to where we tired and we desire more for ourselves. Because let me tell you something, y'all. As long as you keep letting him do what he doing, he gonna keep doing what he doing. He gonna keep doing it. A man don't care. A man don't care. And I'll be honest with you, he already know you ain't his wife. You just seeing to a need. You just seeing to a need. How we in relationships for 3 or 5 years and we still ain't married? Ma'am, you in a lease, ma'am. You in a lease until the woman he really want to chase after come along. Get out them leases. Get out the lease. And the only way you're going to get out the lease is just, you have to know who you are, and you got to know what you deserve. I know what I had to do. I said, you know what? I'm going to stop dating for a minute, and I'm going to get me right. Because I had been in an abusive relationship. I had been in relationship after relationship, situationships. And I got tired of that. I got real tired. So I really just sought after Christ. I'm like, God, you know what? I don't know what to do. And sometimes that not knowing what to do is the best place where he wants you. Christ wants you in that position where you done just been through some stuff. He don't want a perfect people. You see, because if I didn't get closer to Christ, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. But I understand that this was a commission for me. Because of what I went through, I didn't really think about other people going through it. But Christ said, I want you to go teach my singles what you learned. The only way I could teach it is I was through. I was in it. Exactly. You got to get mad to make a decision to change. Listen, I tell people nothing changes if nothing changes. That means your environment ain't going to change if you still in it. That toxic relationship ain't going to change if you still in it. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And we know we need to do better, but we choose not to do better because we scared of being by ourselves. We scared of being lonely. Y'all, come on. I'd rather be by myself than be dealing with foolishness. I'd rather be by myself than get an STD. I'd rather be by myself than get AIDS. I'd rather be by myself than being with someone who I know don't care for me, but I'm still laying with him. I'm still giving him service, but this Negro ain't gave nothing to me. If you really think about it, think about that relationship you was in or are currently in. Weigh how much you giving versus how much they giving. The math ain't mathing. Our relationship is give and take, not take. He wanted, we booted over. Stop. He ain't even deserving of you to boot over. I don't care how horny you get. Sit yourself down somewhere. Go let him be with somebody else. Get somebody else to do it. Because I'm tired of doing it. That's where you got to get. But that's where the Most High wants you at, though. Because now you're in a place of total surrender. Now, listen, even the Bible tells you putting out your trust in man. Hello. See? She said that's why she been single celibate for over 17 years. Girl. But why are you doing it for so long, though? See, you know, if it's a personal choice, that's different. And I'll tell you something. Celibacy is when you don't have a desire to ever be married. But abstinence is abstaining from sex. I hear a lot of people saying, I'm celibate. Okay, you never want to be married? See, we end up causing spells to ourselves and don't even know it. Now, I ain't talking about you, sis. If you desire celibacy and don't desire to be married, that's great. But I'm educating other people. So if you are practicing abstinence and you've been saying celibacy and you desire to be married, stop saying it. But when you get to that place when you sick and tired, when you really desire love and you've been disappointed and hurt, we only got one heart, y'all. One heart. That's it. We got to be mindful of who we giving it to. We are, as women, we are such nurturers till we want to help. We want to do, we justify certain behaviors of men. But stop making excuses because of your loneliness. Stop doing that. Yeah, leave those situationships alone. And we be confusing it. You in a situationship, but you think you in a relationship. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You're not in a relationship. You just his piece of meat. That's it. You help him get off, and that's it. And some of us can't even keep them overnight. They come get what they want and then they gone. Clean off and dip. He don't even want to lay with you a whole overnight. He just want to get some and leave. And you okay with that? Then you won't hear from him. But he let you know he coming. You done put the candles out. You got the music going. You don't cook. You done got your old shower. Put on a nice little negligee. Girl, for an hour? How about you get you a lifetime? Stop settling. She said, this is a testament of how women must address their daddy issues. Jesus is all we need. Listen, and a lot of times it be those daddy issues. We seeking a daddy. He's not your daddy, girl. I don't care how old he is. You know, we got to stop seeking these things. Okay, she says she don't know how to be married. So, okay, well, see, and that's the thing is if you know you don't know how to be married and you desire to be married, this is when it's time for you to get a coach. This is when it's time for you to learn. If you don't learn, you'll just keep staying stuck. C. Smith say I'm telling the secrets. Listen, I'm trying to help my sisters. You hear me? Lamora said a person doesn't leave out of their toxic relationship until their soul gets tired. Yeah. You say, teach sis. Yeah, it ain't worth it. But it's true. It's true. And the thing is y'all, half of the time, some of this stuff ain't even a secret. Because he done showed you who he is. He has shown you what he desires and what he wants. If we have to ask questions like where we stand, I'm trying to understand where we stand, what we doing. You already know what y'all doing. Stop asking that man questions. You already know. If you have to ask questions like that, you know your status. Nothing. And we get fooled by him telling him, he say, I love you. And, you know, ma'am, stop. If you got to ask them questions and you unsure about where you are and who you are in this man's life, then you are nothing to him but a quickie. All right, because I ain't going to say overnight no more. We ain't even doing that. We're not even doing it. So if you got to ask them questions or if you got to constantly chase him, you're going to be chasing him for the rest of the time that you with him. Uh-oh. What I mean by chasing, if you the only one calling, you the only one initiating text, you the only one checking in, girl, that man ain't concerned about you. But as soon as he ready to deal with you, you ready to open, willing and open to let him come on in. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. We got to stop carrying the dead weight. See, some of us said we want to do something different in the new year, but then he came through. How you gonna stop? Stop carrying the weight. You know, people using that lingo. Oh, they hold me down. They are holding you down. Exactly that. Literally holding you down. Holding you down. Holding you down. Y'all, I'm telling you, Christ had to become my new bae. I tell you no lie. The same way I wanted to spend time with somebody else, I had to learn to spend time with Christ. I had to get closer to him. And as I got closer to him, I realized, hey, wait a minute. The only man that's not going to disappoint me is the Most High. This been the only man that's been consistent in my life. This been the only man that loves me without a doubt. That man. We want to be with a king, but we ain't never been with one. Uh-oh. We king this, queen that, king this, queen that. But you ain't never been with a king. I'm talking about him. That's the ultimate king right there. When you can maximize that opportunity, and the Most High can see how you loyal to him. Because let me tell you something. These bodies, these earthly suits that we in, this house belongs to him. And we have allowed men to infiltrate God's house. I'm sorry, I got to just tell you the truth. He has infiltrated God's house. And yet, we sleep around Saturday night, and then some of us bold enough, me and Bay going to church. And we just finished getting it in this morning. And now we up shouting and playing and all this other foolishness. Stop. Yeah, God will forgive you. He will. He is sovereign enough that he'll forgive you. But guess what? When you know the difference, between right and wrong and you do, it's not a mistake. It is a bad decision. And you think because you go to church every Sunday, whenever, Wednesday night, Thursday night, you log in on Facebook or wherever and go to church or whatever, you think that's enough? The fact that you know different, God requires more of you. He requires more of you. He'll forgive you, but that grace will run out. The grace will run out. There are always consequences for what we do. There are consequences. But we keep on just doing the same thing, expecting a different result. We expect a different result, but we doing it the same way. We accepting the same things. When y'all gonna get tired? It took me a long time. But I'm asking y'all, when y'all gonna get tired? When? Love yourself enough to know that and see, that's the problem. The only reason why we settle is because we don't believe that we are worthy. We don't believe that we are deserving of the love that we need to get. We don't believe we deserve it. So if you don't believe you deserve it, why would a man give it to you? Why would he give it to you? You don't even believe it. But I promise you, the closer you get to Christ, I'm not telling you you're going to change overnight. It is a process. It is a process. Now, if somebody tell you, oh, I instantly stopped doing this and stopped doing that, okay. But this piece, because what was heavy for me was sex. That was my thing. I'm like, child, I got to get me around these parts. I'm just being transparent. I got to get me. So I continued to get me. And when I got closer to Christ, I'm like, this is precious. And I'm not just going to give it to him because he come around. And so I had to literally train myself, because don't be fooled by. Now, let me tell you something. When you understand in your heart where you are and you desire to do something different, don't you think the devil ain't going to bring what you like? Because he already know your avatar. He know what you like. He know what you pay attention to. And he going to send that thing to tempt you. And so because you know this, I literally had to train myself. If I know I'm not strong enough, I ain't going over that man's house. If I know I'm not strong enough, he ain't coming over here. Listen, sis, I'm trying to tell you. I had to train myself, because I say, you know what? This is a stronghold for me. And until I'm strong enough to break this thing, I got to stop going in environments that would cause me to do ungodly stuff. Y'all hold on, my battery going dead. I had to stop doing ungodly stuff and going around people and places that did ungodly things. Because when you're around evil, one or two things gonna happen. You're gonna become evil, or you're gonna allow that person to transform. But if you're not strong enough, you can fall. I'm talking about the ones claiming to be holier than thou, they can fall too. We all human. But if you strong enough, I don't care where you at. When you get to that place, Negro, please, you better go somewhere. care how good he smelled. I don't care how tall he is. I don't even care how good he laid it down. When you transform your mind and you get to know who you are, it won't make a never mind. You won't even care. I'm not talking about what I heard, y'all. I'm talking about what I had to go through myself. I was goo gaga. You hear me? Goo gaga. But as I got closer to Christ, you weren't even attracted to me no more. That's where you got to get. But you can't get there by yourself. You can't. The moment that you say, God, listen, Lord, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I repent for all my sins. I repent for doing wrong. They gonna start coming out the woodwork. Watch out for them. They gonna come. Some of you ain't heard from him in I don't know how long, and he texts you as soon as you make the commitment. You run into him at the store as soon as you make the commitment. Somebody calling you, girl, guess who I'm in front of? Somebody want to talk to you. Listen, this is what happens. This is real stuff. The moment you make the commitment, this is what starts to happen. But because you are aware, now you won't notice. That's what I'm saying. I ain't lying, Tamika. I ain't lying, Lady Ward. I'm telling the truth. But you got to build up that strength. And the only way you're going to get strength is that Christ will give it to you. But you got to want, yeah, it's the oldest trick in the book. But it still works. It's a lot of people still falling for the old tricks. Old tricks, new tricks. We still falling for it. We still falling for it. And I heard somebody tell me, say, well, I don't have discernment like you. I said, girl, yes, you do. I said, when that man come towards you, something in your mind saying, he about some games. He don't really want none. He just about games. But we still sit there and entertain it, though. Our inner spirit tell us this stuff, but we don't listen. We don't listen. Even if we don't know, we get an inkling that this brother ain't serious, child. He just, child. We'll tell our, if we with our girlfriend, girl, he don't want nothing. Let me see what he talking about. What you seeing what he talking about for? You already know what he talking about. Can I come through? Let's talk. What's good, Sean? Exactly. What's good, Mom? You already know. But you play yourself. And let me tell y'all something. You already know what's finna go down before you even get over there. When you hook up the link up, what they call it, sneaker link and all this other kind of stuff. When he hit you up and you go home, get your shower, you put your little smell good on, what you gonna wear, you put your lip gloss on, the one that make it pop, whatever. On your way over there, you know what's finna go down. Tell me I'm lying. Somebody please tell me I'm lying. Because y'all, I live this life. So I listen. Tell me I'm lying. You don't know what's finna go down before you get over there. Listen. Naja said shaving. You already know. You already know. Come on. We already know. But we still head over there. We still head over there because part of us be wanting it too. Part of us want to. Then some of us get to that place where we like, I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna just go over here and chill. Girl, bye. You get over there, that man got that music playing. He got candles burning, incense, whatever. And he go to talking. I remember one time when I was dating, this guy went to rub my feet. I say, don't do that. Because see, it's those little subtle things that causes things to happen. Let me give you a massage. Turn over. I know you tired. Let me rub your back. Then for you know it, he's sitting right up there. So you could feel the hello. Y'all ain't lying. And for you know it, you laying back. Lord forgive me. You in your mind, you Lord forgive me. In your mind, you saying, why am I doing this? In your mind, you saying, wow, oh my gosh, but the flesh takes over. And once that flesh take over, it's a done daughter. It's a done daughter. Forget it. You be saying, I'm going to just deal with whatever. Because the flesh desires that. Once the box open, it's open. And he know that about you too. Don't you think he can't see that part of you, because he can. That's why he approached you. Remember I said, you meet people where you are. Yeah, help us, Lord. Look, Travis said, yes, Lord, it feels so good. That's what I'm saying. That's the flesh. So if we ain't strong enough, stay your behind from over there. And here's what when I made up in my mind, I ain't want to do this no more, and I ain't want to be like that no more. I said, all right, let me deal with self here. Dealt with self, got myself together, and when I started to date, I let them know off rip, I don't put out. And listen, you ain't got to get to know me. You ain't got to call me. You don't have to know my phone number. I do not put out. Let them know up front. And some of us scared to let them know. I remember I was talking to one of my clients. She was like, but I don't want to tell him that this soon. Why? You want to play him along and thinking that you're going to give it up? No, get rid of him. Because when you get real serious, you want him to know that. Why? Because you don't want to waste your time. Forget his time. You don't want to waste yours. It's better that we be upfront about this stuff. You know why it's better? Because you weed them out. You weed them out. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. If all that man wanted sex and you tell him I don't put out, now some of them slick now. Some of them be slick and be like, yeah, she just talking. Once I get her, get her a little bit, talk to her a little bit, she'll give it up. She say, preach, girl. Some of them slick like that. But if you let them know up front, I'm weeding you out. Weeding you out. That ain't what I'm looking for. I ain't about that life. I don't want that. Go ahead on and go to the next one that's going to give it to you, because I'm done putting out. When you let them know that up front, the ones that really just want that, girl, they'll be gone. You'll be lucky to ever hear from them again. I'm telling y'all the truth. And so when I started doing that, it was ripping them quick. Quick as they come, and I'm getting rid of them. But that's what you want when you make a decision to change. You don't want to be entertained anymore. You don't want to be lied to anymore. You don't want to settle anymore. So you want to tell them quick, fast, and in a hurry so they can get on out your way. Because as long as you got Soul Tie in the way or Justin in the way, the just in case, you ain't meeting your mate, ma'am. Because he is in the way. Hello. If you got one, the one you hook up with, the one that just give you what you need when you need it, as long as he's there, he cop blocking. That's what we used to say in the 90s. I'm 44. I don't know how old y'all is, but He cop blocking. Ain't nobody getting in. You might entertain and talk to somebody else, but he the only one that's getting it. He in the way. Listen, bro, if you want it and you want to keep getting it, then level up. Make me your wife. But he ain't going to do it because you already playing wife. You ain't requiring nothing else of him but what he doing. And so he'll just keep doing it. I'm just saying. So that's just what it is. But when you start, listen, y'all, I'm being so serious. When I got myself together and dealt with the trauma of my past, because if you think you can be in toxic relationships and being with narcissists and all these relationships where people walked out on you and this, that, and the third, and that there is no trauma behind it, you are sadly mistaken. And I'll prove it to you. Every relationship you got in after that produced the same thing. Why? Because you didn't deal with you. the common denominator of it all. The man was different, but the relationship was the same. The man was different, but I'm still checking his phone because I don't trust him. The man was different, but I'm still checking his social media to see what he doing and who he doing it with. Some of us still driving by. Come on, the devil is a lie. I ain't got to chase after no man. What is wrong with us? And if you checking his phone, sis, you don't trust him. If you checking his phone, you do not trust him. Somebody tell me I'm lying. And if you don't trust him, you don't have a relationship. If you don't trust him, you wasting your time. Why you with somebody you don't trust? You already know he ain't doing that for you. You already know he ain't giving you nothing else. You already know he just finna lay up with you and that's it. I'm out. Clean you up and he out. He bring you the rag. Come on, y'all. Come on. I'm just gonna tell the truth. I know Christ and I'm spiritual, but I once had a life too. So he get cleaned up, come in here, give you rinse the rag out and bring it to you next. Then he give you a kiss on the cheek. All right, I'll see you later. Later, nigga, I just cooked you a 3-course meal, but he got what he want, so he gone. And you lucky to hear from him the next day, because it might not be until he ready for you again that he hear from you, that you hear from him. That's not what we desire. We want to be loved. And that ain't love, that's lust. You might be in love, but he ain't. And then you there crying when he done turned the phone off. You going straight to voicemail. You going straight to voicemail. Straight to voicemail. Then you try to go to social media and he done blocked you. We crying and worrying about why this one left and that. Listen, he left because he wasn't assigned to you. He left and you chasing after him to come back. Girl, God trying to help you. But you running after that which he done extracted from your life. He done removed him. And you going to run behind him. You heartbroken, but you running behind him. That's backwards. Allow that man to chase after you. And I ain't say playing no games and all that stuff. I ain't talking like that. But as women, we not the chasers. All that shoot your shot crowd. Come on, listen, Negro, if you want me, you come after me. And if you don't, then go to the next one. It's real simple. Maybe I ain't the one for you. Stop going in his inbox. You inboxing him. What you gonna say? What do y'all say? What do they say? I think you look good. I like to get to know. What do you say? What do you say? Stop doing that. If a man really wants you, you ain't got to second guess it. You ain't got to wonder. He gonna let you know I'm interested. And not only am I interested, but I'm willing to do what I need to do to get to know who you are. You chasing him. If you chasing him today, you're gonna be always chasing him. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. If you shooting your shot in his inbox, you're going to be worried about who else shooting they shot in his inbox after he done had you. Y'all, I ain't lying. I'm telling the truth. The same way he got you, he getting others too. And we be on TikTok and all these social media things. Y'all, listen. Oh, God. We be on here. I'm learning about the Lord. I'm on this minister's page. I'm learning about the Lord. And you sitting there lusting for that man. If he real kingdom, he gonna see straight through you and pass by you. He ain't even interested. But see, the ones that's doing it in the name of the Most High, and you hooking up. Come on, y'all. We got deacons doing it. They all doing it. But there are, and I listen, I'll be the first to say, there are some really good men out here. There are. But if you ain't a good woman, you ain't gonna find him. You don't know who you are, you ain't gonna find him. Because he's not looking for a woman like you. If you like to just have sex and put out, he ain't gonna find you. Because he's not looking for that type of woman. He's not looking for the woman that everybody done had. He ain't looking for the woman that just gonna give it to him because he asked. He ain't looking for you, sis. But when you level up and become kingdom, see, it's a lot of women out here talking about I'm a Proverbs 31 woman and girl, no you ain't. No you ain't. You a virtuous woman. Listen, if I'm virtuous, I don't have to wear a shirt that say I'm virtuous. I don't have to wear a cross around my neck. I don't have to put that I'm showing somebody I'm going to church to make me look like I'm good. I'm a good person. I don't have to do that. You're going to see it in me. See, when Christ lives in you, it exudes from you. So I don't have to do any of that. I'm speaking facts. Because when my husband and I started dating, you know what he told me? He said, when I saw you, he said, I didn't see your beauty. He said, you cute, you good, you know. He said, but I saw your virtue. I say what now? He saw my virtue. We all should desire a man to tell us he sees my virtue. That's a kingdom-minded man. When you dating a carnal man, all he sees is your hips, lips, and fingertips. And guess what? You ain't the only one that got them. But when a true man of God, a kingdom-minded man, tells you he sees your virtue, see, God knew what I needed. He knew that it was not going to be, hey, you so pretty. I done heard that before. Are those your eyes? I done heard that before. God knew in order for him to get my attention, he had to come to me differently. Because I ain't like everybody else. I done been through some stuff. And I know who I am. And I know who I belong to. And if you can't come correct, step back. Step back so the real man can get here where he needs to be. Because as long as I'm playing in the sandbox with you, I'm settling for my soul tie over my soulmate. So if you want to keep settling, he ain't gonna never come after you. Because you ain't where he needs his wife to be. So when that man told me he saw my virtue, I said, well, wait a minute now. What are you talking about? Now I'm listening. Because see, you came to me in a way a brother never had before. You saw my virtue? So if you saw my virtue, that means you got virtue too. Because the only way you going to see it is if you got it. Listen, the only way he going to see it is if he got it. You meet people where you are. So if you want a kingdom man, become a kingdom woman. And it ain't wearing a t-shirt that say you are. Stop flossing and become that. Stop acting like a queen and be a queen. It's a difference when you're acting and you are. That's a difference. See, when you playing a role, eventually you're going to forget your lines. Uh-oh. When you playing your role, eventually you're going to forget your lines. So stop acting. Stop putting on the front. Deal with the real you. Deal with that person first. Because the only way we can see the insecurities in others is because we insecure ourselves. Some of us sleeping with somebody Friday night and somebody else on Sunday night. I'm just saying. We with anybody who gonna give it to us and see to that need for right now. Get out of the culture of convenience and level up. Yeah, it's tight, but it's right. This is 2023. Don't do it the same way you did last year. Don't accept the same things you did last year. Don't you want more for yourself? If you want more, put that in the chat. I want more. See, we got to see ourselves in a certain place. We got to believe it before it ever happens. We got to speak a thing The Bible even tells us faith without work is dead. You want a husband, but ma'am, you still got Joe Schmo in the way. You don't even know what it is to be with a kingdom man, because you ain't never been with a king. You get in front of a king, your conversation ain't going, it's nothing. Listen, when you're dealing with a kingdom-minded man, it ain't how you look that's going to pull him. Now, I ain't saying he ain't going to look now. He a man. But it's not going to keep his attention. So for those that's thinking that, if I got on the tight pants and my butt sitting up real good and I'm smelling real good and I got red lipstick, my hair's nice, whatever, that's going to keep him. No. You just something else for him to look at, get and move on. That's not going to keep him. But when you got substance, when you have substance, when you can talk his language, when you can meet him where he is, he like, oh man, this my wife. This my missing rib. But see, we around here just settling to be a piece of meat instead of the rib. Uh-oh. We comfortable with just being the meat. But when you want to become a rib, his rib. See, if you really know the Bible, and I encourage y'all, go read Proverbs 31. That woman ain't just a woman that sit back. She don't sit back. Proverbs 31 woman is something serious. You hear me? And that kingdom-minded man needs somebody that's going to help him pull that vision to life. You don't know nothing. You can't help him. You can't help yourself. That kingdom man ain't looking. Girl, he ain't checking for you. He ain't checking for you. He don't even want you. As cute as you are, he don't want you. Because, listen, he don't want to just be with you. He needs somebody he can build with. Substance. What do you bring to the table? We busy counting and checking for what he bring. But what do you bring to the table? What do you have to offer to a kingdom-minded man? What do you have to offer? Because after some time, sis, listen, stuff starts sagging. Listen, we put on weight. We don't look the same at 45 that we did at 25. And when life happens, like it happened to me, I couldn't even put on no heels. I couldn't even walk. And you think if I was with a carnal man, he would have stuck around for that? No. But my kingdom guy, my kingdom husband, oh, he did that. He did that. Oh gosh. This is what we have to consider about partnership and being with someone, y'all. Everything ain't gonna be the same always. And it takes more than just love. What else do we have? Because we're gonna need some stuff to sustain us. When life happens, job loss, accidents, I can't throw back the way I was throwing back because my leg got a commission. Hello, I'm talking truth. I'm talking something that just happened. Y'all, I'm talking about something just happened. My husband and I were married and I had a bad accident. Could not care for myself. Could not cook for myself. Could not wash my own behind. Could not drive for 8 months. That kingdom-minded man took very good care of me. Matter of fact, he took better care of me than I probably would have done myself. I didn't ask him to rub my feet. I didn't ask him to go in there and cook me something to eat because I'm hungry. See, when you kingdom-minded versus carnal, kingdom-minded sees the need and addresses it. He don't sit back waiting on you to do it. He don't sit back waiting on you to beg him to do something. I ain't begging you to do nothing. You a man up. Handle it. But we around here thinking we want grown boys to do manly things. It ain't happening. Ricky say, let's go. It ain't happening. We want grown men to be kingdom-minded men. It ain't gonna happen. You got to beg and plead and no. I was that independent woman. I had been through a divorce. I was a single mother, taking care of myself and my son, paying my bills. I was doing that. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. I did all that. Lights was about to get turned off, been there, done that. Was on Section 8, been there, done that. That's what I'm telling y'all. I'm not talking about something I don't know. I lived it. But I picked myself up. I didn't wallow in my distress. Did I do it by myself? No. Christ had to help me do it and become it. And the only way I'm going to be able to do it is if I have Christ. He created me. He created me, and he knew he needed me to become the woman that I needed to be so that I can be that for my kingdom husband. See, when we worried about the person that left us, he left you because he was not assigned to you. When we show up, we're not going to, yes, you're going to do your work. Yes, you're going to get better. But there's still going to be some residue left behind. Even when you think you're your best version of yourself, there's going to be some residue. If that man is not the man assigned to you, he's not going to know how to deal with the residue of you. He going to walk out like the rest of them did because they were not assigned to you. Let the unassigned go. Let them go. Let them go. Why are we holding on to nothing? We know it. Count it. Put up the cost. What am I gaining in this relationship? What am I getting out of it? Nothing. Yeah, I might get some sex here and there. But okay. When you get this age, you need more than that. I need substance. I don't want to have to talk to you and then call this one to have this type of conversation. Then I got to call this one to talk about this. And I can't talk to you because you don't understand this. So I got to call. No. I want a man that can see straight through me. I desire a man to know when something ain't right with me. See, we with people who don't even know when something going on unless we fussing. That kingdom-minded man to be able to look at you, whether you say something or not. So, y'all listen. I'm not going to talk all day. But I wanted to come on here because listen, when the Lord speak to me, I have to move. And he told me to plan a retreat. And I did. Somebody say, girl, you crazy. The retreat the week after next. But he told me to do it, y'all. So I don't have no sense but to do it. Thank you, Mama needs me time out. I had no sense but to do it. When I tell y'all this retreat finna be fire. I done retreats before the pandemic, and then I stopped doing them because of the pandemic. It's finna be so listen, y'all, let me paint a picture for you. The retreat house is a mansion. God told me to do it that way because why? The women that's going to be there need to know that they are queens and that they are worthy and deserving. When you put people in a certain environment, it makes them feel different about themselves. We in a mansion, y'all. We got a private in-house chef. We got private in-house spa services. Not only will I be leading several coaching sessions throughout the 4 days, I got another relationship coach coming, and he's a man. So not only are you getting my perspective from a woman's perspective, But you're going to hear it from a male's perspective too. He and I both are leading several different sessions. Aside from that, I invited our retreat therapist there. She's licensed. I'm certified. He's certified. And somebody said, well, why are you having a therapist? Because there are clinical traumatic things that we have gone through that we need not only practical guidance on, but clinical guidance. So she coming to do therapy. We got a whole lot of other stuff going on, y'all. A whole lot more. And I can't give it all. I can't tell y'all everything. But it's going to be bananas. I'm going to show y'all let me show y'all the house real quick. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Give me a minute. It's going to be, I'm like in such anticipation. Like, and the Bible say don't be anxious for nothing. And I've been, that's why I'm at work today. Putting this stuff together and getting everything ready. Y'all, this thing is going to be massive. I done previous retreats and I had never had a theme. But the Lord gave me a theme, and that theme is rebirth. 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 So yeah, your mind gonna be transformed, but we're not taking the old and making a new. The Bible says we become new creatures. So it's a rebirth of you. So not only do you get to come and break away from all the day-to-day norms, and yeah, you get all that, but we're going to do some work there. And what will happen is you're going to get clarity as to where you are. You're going to get content and knowledge as to what you need to do, how you need to do, because some of us just stuck. Somebody said it earlier in the live. She's like, I just stopped dating because I'm tired. Somebody said I've been single for 17 years because I got tired of dealing with bullcrap. No. If you desire a relationship, just stop and ain't it. You got to learn some stuff. Get around people that have done it already and have proven concepts. It took me years to learn it. And y'all, when I tell you everything that I did, I was chasing after Christ, it wasn't until I lined that up that my husband showed up. And that's not a lie. Like, to the point when he came, I'm like, wait a minute, dog, he here for real? I was surprised myself, even though I knew it to say it. But when I manifested that thing, he was manifested right in front of me. Literally. And it wasn't just because I wrote a vision and made it plain. No, ma'am. You got to do more than that. So when I tell you, I literally took everything that I learned in those years of my singlehood and wrapped it all up and put it with a bow and created this massive Dating with the Master in Mind singles retreat. Y'all, this thing, you gonna rest, relax, but that's low on the totem pole. It's real low on the totem. Why? Because I want for you to be changed. I want your mindset to shift. And so it's my goal and my job as a coach to pull it out of you because you deserve it. So we're going to deal with the hurt. That's the first thing we're going to deal with, because until you deal with that, you can't get to the next. Thank you so much, Bless. You can't get to the next. So we have a whole day of dealing with and how to deal with and release that trauma. How to release that hurt. Listen, y'all, we done this a few times. There are going to be times when you cry. Hey, Derek, it's going to be times when you laugh. It's going to be times when we kick back. But y'all, if you truly desire to do this thing differently, if you truly desire to be a wife, you don't become a wife because you stood in front of the church and said, I do. You become a wife before you're even asked for your hand in marriage. The Bible don't say he that find a girlfriend. It says he that find a wife. So your character has to be that of a wife before you even get there. So we gon' listen. It's gonna be bananas. I'm so excited about it. Let me show y'all the house. Hold on. Let me pull this up. When I say a mansion, it's a mansion. Okay. Hold on. Let me turn my screen around. Hold on, y'all. Now, somebody tell me I turn the screen around. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I know it's like a little toggle button or something, ain't it? Hold on. No, that ain't it. Maybe I just take my phone out and turn it around. What is this? No, that ain't it either. Hold on, y'all. Anybody know how to turn the screen around? Oh, that's the stop it. Oh, there it is. I found it. I found it. Okay. This the pool. Okay, you do the same thing, Derek. Oh gosh. Y'all can see it's cutting off some of it, but hold on. That's outside. Y'all can't see the whole screen because it's cutting off because the viewpoint is so. Hold on. Y'all, the house has a movie theater. It's in Orlando, Florida. Movie theater, bowling alley. We even got a pool table. Oh gosh. Did y'all see that? See, that's the whole house. And so that's why we're bringing everything in. We're bringing everything in because, hold on. When we've done the retreats before, and we would go out and do stuff, whatever, go Top Golf. They'd be like, we're ready to get back to the house because it was at the house that we did all the stuff. Y'all, it's such an amazing thing when you can get around. Oh, we got all kind of activities planned. What you gonna do with all that? We got all kind of activities planned throughout the day. Literally, our retreats run like, you be like, oh, okay, oh wait, what's next? So it's a full schedule type thing. But it's all good because you get what you need. It's 4 days. You check in Thursday at 3 o'clock and you check out Sunday at 9 o'clock. And all of the meals, we got a private chef. Y'all, his food's so good. All the meals, your snacks, we keep snacks around the house. We keep books and stuff around the house. So if you go out for the pool and you want to read a book, you can do that. We have activities every day. And I always tell people, look, here are all the activities, right? You can choose to come to them or you can skip some, but nobody don't ever skip. Everybody always go because it be just that good because this is what we do. This is what we do. And I'm bringing my friend and coach, relationship coach, Dr. Harden. He coming all the way from New York. And we both on the same level. We've been doing this for several years. And nobody ever miss a session. Everybody want to get all of what they came to get, and we there to give it to you. So outside of everything, it's like it's one of those things where it's get there and we take care of everything else for you. Everything's included. This ain't a sense where you come, you know how you go to some conferences and then they selling t-shirts and they selling books and they selling this. That ain't what this is. It's all inclusive. Everything included. So if you're interested in going to, and that was the other thing. I know how it is sometimes when you single and you working your own job, you trying to make it, you trying to make ends meet and that. So what we did was this time around, the retreat is $2,000. But what we did for this time around, we implemented Afterpay. So literally you pay a deposit. So if you were to pay a deposit today, you'll be you'll be on a payment plan even for after the retreat. So we did that because we didn't want money to be an issue for why, because this it's the week after next, y'all. So we had to be realistic about it. So if you, it's almost like, you know how back in the day we used to do layaway? Well, this layaway, but you get it now. So you buy it now, but you pay later. So if you are interested in joining us, thank you so much, Julius. If you're interested in joining us, it is January 26th through the 29th. We don't want nobody. Exactly, Derek. It was nice of us, but we did it because we didn't want anybody to have an excuse. If you ready to do this thing and do it right, she's talking about, you got me ready, I'm not going. It's so silly. But it's, if y'all enjoyed this live, right? This is the type of thing you'll get at the retreat plus some. This just what I do live. This is not the full-fledged session and how we put a whole track together of how we're going to facilitate the sessions. We're going to have activities beyond the sessions. It's going to be massive. So if you're interested in coming with us and meeting us in Florida, then hit the link in my bio and it'll take you directly to the page. And you'll right underneath where you, if you're interested in the payment plan, you can go, but you'll be on a payment plan, but that don't stop you from going. This ain't layaway where you pay for it. You can't get in until you pay for it. That ain't this situation. You pay a deposit and you can go and then you pay for the rest later in installments. All right. So if you're interested, the dates are Thursday, January 26th, all the way through Sunday, January 29th. So it's 4 days, 3 nights, all inclusive luxury retreat. Every part about it is, listen, every part of it is luxury. The house, the living room, the kitchen, all the rooms come with their own bathroom, so you ain't sharing no bathroom. If you want to come, you can come. The provision has been made for you to come. Ain't no excuse. Your deposit, you can pay that with a credit card. And if you in driving distance, you can drive. If not, get a ticket, put it on the credit card, whatever you got to do. But it's your time. And I don't want you to keep going through this year the same way you did last year. So therefore, meet me in Orlando, me and my team, single, saved, and dating. Because that's what we are, single, saved, and dating. Well, I'm married now, but it's single, saved, and dating. And we are going to work with you, love on you, help you. And when you leave there, you're going to have clarity. You're going to have truth. You're going to have a plan. And I promise you, you will not be the same. I promise you, you won't. So it's a whole lot of other stuff that go on at the retreat, but I can tell you this part. But the other part, if I tell you that, then you know that's it's trademark what we do. So therefore, if you want to come, we got a space for you. Click the link in my bio, and my team and I will meet you in Orlando for a chance of a lifetime. Ain't nobody doing it like this. I promise you they ain't. Because God gave me this. Listen, I love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I hope you learned something, whether you're going to the retreat or not. Hope you are. But if you're not, I also have a book called God's Blueprint for Singles. Okay. And it's like $6 or something. It's on Amazon. You can go to my link in my bio, look for God's Blueprint for Singles, click on there. It is a couple scriptures in there, but it is practical guidance for dating for spiritually minded people. Okay, so it is a good read. Go get it. But I hope to see you at the retreat because it's going down, y'all. I can't wait. But listen, I got to get to work. Me and my team, they like, come on, Val, what you doing? What you doing? All right, I love y'all. Don't do this year the same way you did last year. Take good care. And if you're not following me, follow me so that when I go live, you know about it, because I try to go live. Sometimes I can, and I want you to put your notifications on because I don't have a day that I always go live. But when you follow me, also click the notifications so you know when I'm on. All right. I love y'all. I love y'all. Listen, big sis wants you to get the kingdom man that you desire for your life, and I can help you do it. All right. Y'all be blessed. The name of the book is God's Blueprint for Singles. So if you click the link in my bio, you'll see the link on there. I think it's the last link on there. It says God's Blueprint for Singles. It's sold on Amazon. So if you got Prime, you'll get it in a day or two. All right. Love y'all so much. Take good care. Okay.